Hey guys, welcome back to another bullet journal video. This time I'm showing you the spreads that I made for May 2021. And this time I thought it would be cool to not literally talk to you about what I'm doing to create the spreads because you can see that on your screen, like duh. So this time I'm having a little bit of a chit chat between you and me, podcast style. I'll be talking about what bullet journaling does for me to create a better headspace and a better mindset, and then hopefully you can gain some insights for yourself. So use what you like, discard the rest. There are more ways to roam than just mine. So hopefully this bullet journal video will get you in a better mood. I personally love watching other people's bullet journal videos, and I've also been enjoying the Unexpected Gypsy videos, and I think it's called the Cottage Fairy. They're both on YouTube as well, and they're also being creative, and I love watching their videos while I'm journaling because the way they are talking about being creative puts me in a very calm mood, and hopefully my videos can do something like that for you. So if you want to journal with me, grab your gear, no worries, I'll wait. Okay, so now that you're ready, we're gonna get into the journaling, and like I said, we're doing spreads for May 2021, but if you're watching this video a little bit later, then you are still welcome to use this video to your advantage. So let's get into creating pretty spreads for the coming month, right Diddy? Alright, so I'm trying something different today. I'm not going to talk too much. I'm just going to share a few little insights that I've realized the last month that hopefully will help you forward in life. And if it doesn't, then just forget what I said. I do want to share my theme for May 2021 real quick. I cut out this beautiful flower in this very muted pink shade because the first color, like sky blue or baby blue if you will, it reminds me of the color in the sky when it's summer, and that particular blue shade always makes me feel very calm. It gives me a great sense of freedom, so I wanted to bring that back in my spread for May. And my Dutch friends will be able to read what it says on this magazine page. It says, "Finding your way in a new time." And this magazine article is about finding your way during the lockdowns and after the lockdowns, because we all had a lot of time to think and to figure out who we are and what we really want and how we're going to get that. I think that most people have had that time or taken that time. I hope so. I mean, I'm all about creating my true life, which is the life I really want to live and not the life that society tries to force on me. So I did really use all of this time to figure out what I'm doing and if it's what I really want in life, and figured out that I have to change a few things to really live my dream. So that's why I wanted my May spread to reflect my... I had to think about this one. I wanted to reflect me being in development in a positive way. So I'm very curious to hear what your bullet journal says about you, especially your May spread, because that's what we're working on right now. So if you have a little bit time left after watching this video, let me know what the intention behind your bullet journal spread for May was, because that always inspires me. Since this is still a bullet journal video, I want to give a quick side note on this letter stamp set from Gene. I figured out that this is not a stamp set for paper. I tried it out and it sucks, for paper at least. I think this would be a good stamp set for stamping things like clay, but as you can see on paper it is not so good. So I did want to share that, because if you see this on your screen right now, you're like, oh, I want to buy that. Don't. or don't do it if you want to use it for paper, because then it's not so good. Instead, I would recommend a stamp set like my beautiful vintage stamp set. Well, it's not really vintage, but it has a vintage look and that old typewriter font that I love so much. I also want to share a quick note on goals, because this is my goal page and I usually write down max 3 goals, because if I write more goals, I know that I won't be able to finish all of my goals or reach all my goals, and it's just going to be very frustrated. So I would like to share my advice with you when it comes to goals. I would always choose goals that are really close to my heart. Like, what are goals that I actually want to achieve? And stay very close to what is necessary for my life. Because in the past, I would write down goals that other people would recommend or talk about, and I'd be like, oh, that's a good goal. But I would totally disregard the fact that even though it's a good goal, it wasn't a good goal for me. So I hope that you give it some time and thought this month, or for the coming month of May, and see what 3 goals really benefit your life, instead of just choosing goals and too many goals that are just going to make you feel overwhelmed or down, or do not really add something to your life. Because in my opinion, you know, I'm all about creating my true life, the life you really want to live, and not the life that society forces on you. Which means you have to be very selective about what you spend your time on. So hopefully this insight will help you to do that. I want to share some thoughts about trackers, because I used to have more trackers. And now I just have 3 trackers that really resonate with my life right now. And I really believe in less is more when it comes to bullet journaling. If I have to keep track of a lot of trackers, it's just gonna take away too much time. And I only want to track things that matter to me. So this tracker page is about my fasting days and hours and about my workouts, because I do believe in tracking things that are healthy for you, because my brain does really well when I write down what went well. It's kind of a positive reinforcement to track my workouts and my fasting times. So I would suggest only creating tracker pages with trackers that really fit your life. Otherwise, it's just a waste of time. And if you really want to be creative and journal more, try creating pages about things that inspire you, like little mood boards, but then in your bullet journal. It's just an idea. Try it out or not. And here's a quick word on words that I use to describe my tracker page or my goals. So this month I used the word health instead of workouts because I love working out, but every time I saw the word workout in my bullet journal, it felt like a chore because I'm tracking it, and I want working out to be fun. So if you have the same thing, maybe you have some words that you've been using in your bullet journal and you're like, they don't really feel good because I associate these words with something that feels uncomfortable. You could try and change those words like I did. Instead of workout, I used health or healthy. And this word is toekomst, and toekomst means future in Dutch. And I want a healthy future. So I was like, yeah, let's use positive words that I associate with feeling good and positive vibes. I just wanted to share that about words in your bullet journal because I use my bullet journal almost every day. So if I look at certain words almost every day, I want them to resonate with me in a good way instead of a, oh my God, workout. Now I see health. That's good. Healthy. Yeah, let's do that. So, and I also noticed that I've spelled the word healthy wrong. Jesus. So do check your spelling, people. Anyway, I know what I mean with healthy, so we're just gonna ignore that missing H. share an insight that popped up in my mind last week or the week before, I can't remember, but it was very recent. I realized that we've been on lockdown since March 2020. It is now April 2021. And in the Netherlands, we've had a very long year with lockdowns. It's given me a lot of time to think about who I am, which I've already known like forever. And me, myself, and I are really good together. But I did stray from my original path. Like, I've always known what I really want to do in life. And for some reason, I lost track. And I have these dreams that I know can become reality because other people have had the same dreams and they've made them reality. So I know that what I want is not just some crazy idea. It's actually doable. But because daily life happens and I've been so wrapped up in being productive, and my way of being productive wasn't always productive, because I've learned recently that being productive means that whatever it is you do at that moment, it should be valuable to you. And what is valuable to you is different from moment to moment. And I always saw productivity as working a lot. I mean, that can also be of value, but you can't always be working very hard. So I'm trying to redefine and give the word productivity a different association in my brain, because today I went for a walk. I stayed away for like 2 hours, sat on the bench for like 30 minutes. I didn't bring my phone, so I don't actually know if it was 30 minutes or longer or shorter, but I just sat outside and chilled. And that was very productive because it made me feel better. That's valuable to me. So, but my insight is that the dreams that I have are actually very doable and realistic. Other people have had them. Other people have made them come true. So I can do it too. But I do need to make the steps. I can't keep pushing it forward. So for example, I want an office in the city center of The Hague. Right now I have an office outside the center of The Hague. And I've been thinking for like 2 years, one day I'll have an office in the center of the city. One day. And I was like, oh my God, you can't keep pushing things forward. You're 32. You should be living your dream now, not when you're like 65. Come on, girl. So my insight is that if you really want something, take action. And usually I do that, but I get distracted too. I get stuck in daily life, and I'm pretty sure that's also familiar to you, You get stuck with work or family or friends or whatever. Something's occupying your mind, and you have this really big, or it doesn't have to be big goal, but like your main goal, you can get distracted. But I just realized that if you want to get shit done, you have to make some moves. So I went online, found some office spaces, and I went to check them out last week. And that was very interesting. I felt good because as I was at those office spaces, I was looking around, feeling the place, checking out the vibe, if it was for me or not. It's like, oh my God, I'm actually doing it, right? It's literally doable. I'm actually looking at offices in the city center of The Hague, which means that what I want is a fact. It's realistic. I can get this done. Because if I can look at an office, I can also hire an office. So yeah, I haven't found the perfect office in the city center of The Hague yet, but one day I will. And I'm taking small steps because small steps create one big step, and before you know it, you've got everything that you want. Well, okay, you may have to work a little bit harder, but at least you're working towards your dream, and you'll be living your dream, because the process of getting to that end goal is also living your dream. So yeah, just wanted to share that little insight with you. Hopefully it's helpful. If not, grab a cookie and do something else. This final page that I'm creating is my good stuff page or goodness page. It's basically a page where I write down one thing that went really well every day or something that made me feel better. And I found these Totoro stickers and that is a really cool movie from Ghibli Studios. I was like, oh, Totoro is always happy. I should put him on my goodness page. So I found some Totoro stickers and I'm using them on this page to remind me that I should be happy like this cute little character. And I suggest having a page where you can write down something positive about your day, because for me, and this is just me, I often forget that there's a lot of good stuff in my life. I get so caught up with the things that still need to be improved that I totally forget what's already there. And I think it's really important to know what you already have. And it's something I struggle with. I tend to focus on what needs to be done more than what I already have. And yeah, I just have to focus on the goodness. And that's why I love this page. I've had this page for months, for a full year. So, and I also added some heart stamps to add that goodness. Or, well, this is a stamp from the Netherlands. It's like a postal stamp, and I'm Dutch, so I had to put it in there. And there's my heart stamps to add a little bit of love to my goodness page. It is time to end this video. I am going to show you what my bullet journal looks like after putting these two little heart stamps on the page for my body love page, which is actually my weight loss page. And this is what my bullet journal spread for May looks like. I'm very curious to hear what your 3 goals for May are. If you have some time left, drop them in a comment below and motivate our other online friends, or as I call them, my true lifers. And if you like this video, thumbs it up. Subscribe for more. I post 1 bullet journal video a month, and I'm experimenting with how I'm doing that. So definitely let me know if you liked this format. You can also follow me on the gram for little updates on between, and I'm sending you love through the screen, and I'll see you in the next video.